Well, hello, welcome back to the channel. Day one. We're in the process of doing a few things, getting ready for the reconstruction of this old ancient building, which it's not going to be like this at all when we get done. But anyway, it's going to be kind of nostalgic, is what it is. So we could say that we're living in a building from the 50s. But anyway, in the process of doing little things around here, we found this black pipe here. And we started digging it the other day. So technically, I guess that was day one, but we weren't working on any of this. Today we're actually going to be looking into digging the footings and everything else. We got a guy coming over in a little while. But this hose, there used to be a house 80 years ago that sat over here. And there's actually steps up from the road. I think we've showed the steps on other videos. Anyway, I believe, and a couple other people that I've talked to, think that this was the water supply and from a well. And I think the well is going to be right here somewhere. There's this coating that they put on this right here, and it starts right here and it goes that way. So I don't know if that's an indication, but we had to stop because we got roots. We got some roots in here, but we're not going to cut the roots. We're going to cut the pipe. But we got picks. My brother brought some picks over, so Darla and I are going to start digging with these picks because it's just too difficult to try to do with a shovel. So anyway, now you guys are kind of up to speed where we're at, and we're going to get going on it. So here we go. Okay. Well, it was almost 30 minutes. We're changing it up. Explain yourself.
Explaining that we're building Bill's house.
So what did we figure out?
All the way down to the decor.
Yeah, so if anyone's gotten to use avocado green carpet, let me know.
Or harvest gold appliances.
That would be, or we could. I'd like to have it match. They made
Those
avocado.
two colors were like the 70s.
We get a green sink.
Yes.
Okay. Close us out on this thought to be water line.
There was no well down here that we could find. We think it was just a drain hose for a washer, or we don't even know.
For the trees, or to water the trees and stuff.
Gray water.
But you never know, right? It's worth a try.
So there's still a section of it over here, but we're going to let the tractor guy come and
Right.
dig
He'll
that
be
up.
digging this all.
We just wanted to know if there was a well. There's not. Well,
And
there is. We just don't know where it's at.
it was a good excuse to let Cage to get out and run around and eat sticks.
Yes.
So.
And that's it. Stay tuned for part 2 of 9,000.
We're already starting, and there's the executive teardown coordinator over there, Scott. He will be the expert at all things building tiny home. We are we're working here. Ready? I think this is the heavier side. So we'll slide this in there. Hopefully this is good. Okay, go easy, because I gotta go through here. Now, look at, I bought all those stakes. Look what I got right here. All these stakes.
Oh well.
Okay, so this stuff, we go on the wood pile for the moment. First things first, Carla's going to do some yard work. So those up there by the trailer are in here. The walls are coming out.
It's coming out.
Yep. Walk around this thing. Oh yeah. Scott's killing it. Okay. to this stuff off. So we're going to do a Q&A session, and I'm going to be the Q and you're going to be the A. So, isn't it wonderful to be our age? Doesn't this make you feel young doing this?
In a week.
Yeah.
I told you, in a week we're going to be strong again.
If I don't die of suffocation because I can't breathe.
Next.
There's something wrong with this guy. He's always hammering. Next, well, now we got to clean this thing out in here.
Not clean. You're going to ask questions. I'd rather answer questions.
I got to get all the dirt out of my beard.
Me too.
Your face is red.
Yeah. It's hot.
Yeah, well, that's the only question I had. Anyway, we're going to get back at this. It's getting pretty in here. Decisions, decisions, decisions. How to go about this place. My thought process was to keep this little part of the building and redo it and make something out of it. But it's a little bit spongy. And talking with Scott, he said we could fix that, or we could just tear it down and start all over. But I think it'd be, it's going to be a lot more expense. Which, if this isn't going to be structurally sound, then we would definitely do it. But once we're going to tear this floor up, because this plywood's like real thin. It's like 1/4-inch plywood, and it's not very good shape. It's old, real old. So my thought is if we get this up and then go in and do some extra work on it, make it a lot more solid. Then, someone stole the camera. Make it a lot more solid, and I hate to tear it down. I just kind of become I don't know. I like this little goofy looking thing, man. I like it. Actually have some halfway decent Romex. It's not the best, but work for some stuff in here.
You want to share with us how that Romex got here, probably?
I have no idea. I was here.
Probably whoever was squatting in here.
Yeah. I guess before this was just a place to just come in for the guy that had the property or something, to just come and hang out. His buddies would come over and they drink beer in here. But
anybody local want an octagon glass tabletop, let us know. It's yours for free. Just come get it.
I bet you that piece of glass probably costs $100.
Yeah, probably.
That nice piece of glass.
Oh yeah, you showed that to me the other day. Stop sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff there would come through whatever flooring you put down on top of it, so.
This isn't gonna be here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's gotta be. And the cardboard's there because there's nails popping through that piece of board.
Yeah, well,
But that's
we
why
just stuck that because it felt like we are gonna go through that.
That's why I didn't take it out yet.
It looks like we've done a lot. We got this hose ripped out, and we started blowing this thing up. So let's walk inside. This thing is going to come way, way, way apart. because we got to reinforce the floor and we got to put new plywood on it and insulate the floor, and then we got to redo most of the wall. That wall looks pretty good, and this wall looks pretty good, but these end walls probably going to need some. That's going to end up coming out. There might be just a little stub wall right there. On Tuesday, we're going to have a tractor coming in, and it's going to be digging all the footings out there where those sticks are, the stakes and everything. So we got to have this ready to be dug, is what we have to do. We got to get everything marked out. I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. All I know is that I got a guy who is, and I didn't. He said we'll start on Monday, and then this morning he texted me. He lives next door, and he goes, "Are you ready to start on that thing?" And yeah. So we got out here, and we've got it pretty much stripped. We got this wall, that wall, and that. And then all the metal, as far as that goes, is going to be gone, and that won't be going back on. The next thing will be the putting in the footings, and we got to dig for the septic lines to go everywhere. And then, dude, it's just a matter at that point of getting it going. So should be pretty fun. We got, this thing was just loaded full of stuff. I couldn't believe how much stuff we had in here, but we got it out. There's still a couple of things in here. These are all like just parts for building. And we got all that steel. We had a bunch just that were scraps in here, and then a bunch of it came off the outside. We're working on it. There's been a heavy discussion on whether we should tear this down and just start completely over. And the thing with me is this thing's from the 1950s, and I would love to keep this. It would be like when we lived in Los Angeles. They used to take these houses from the 50s and 60s and turn them into these mansions. It's not going to be quite that situation, but it would be awesome to make this into because it's gonna, now I got to figure it out. 1,058 square feet is what it's going to be, which is going to be plenty for us. And we're actually adding 8 feet by 12 feet on this side, and 8 feet by 8 feet on this side. So, and then we're adding 24 by 12 out back. So that it's going to be expanded quite a bit, and it should be. We're going to be together. Her and I most of the time. So it's probably going to be more than we're used to, because that motorhome is about 300 square feet at best. The hope is to get it foundation, floored, and the walls up and the roof up, and get it so that it could be protected from the weather and everything else. Get the windows in it, get the doors in it, get it so we can lock it and leave and go do stuff, and then come back and continue to work on it. So this is probably going to be like around a 1-year project, but at the end of the year you get a free house. So that's the thing. That's like when I used to build motorcycles. I used to tell guys that I teach a psychology class, and the psychology is about patience, and it costs $25,000, and at the end of the class you get a free Harley. So that worked pretty good for 1 or 2 guys. But anyway, got some nice sawhorses here, thanks to 2 Eggs and Mellow Cat. They gave those to. They are really some awesome friends. I wanna give a shout out to them. We love them guys. Turned out to be pretty good buds. And we don't have to eat alone anymore. They like to eat as much as us. Hi Jason, mute. Okay, well that's it. That's day 1. We are going to try to film this. So if you're, we're not homesteaders yet. We do have an area for a garden. We are going to be on grid because they have everything here. We have water, sewer, electricity, gas, phone, fiber optic internet. We have everything here, everything in the town. I may be doing a 12-volt lighting install and inverter situation. It's not going to be something that will run all the time, but in case lights go out or something, we'll be able to play on the internet and have lights in the house. So that's still in the thought process. But anyway, that's where we bees. And we're gonna have to move this thing out of here pretty quick too. But we'll do that when we get the cinder blocks. We need, when we get it, we're gonna get a truckload of cinder blocks, and then we're gonna build. We'll show you how to build fire racks. There's a bunch of people on Facebook that make them. So we're gonna see if these two dummies can do the same thing as the people on Facebook. So this is probably dangerous. Anyway, and neither one of us are in shape. So this was a rough day, and it was only a half day. We got to make a scrapyard run in the next day or two to get rid of some metal we have. And then if anybody owns a restaurant and they want a bunch of old rusty metal for their restaurant, we got some really nice stuff. I mean, it's patina to the point where it's worth something. So if anyone wants that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do us a favor, if you're not subscribed, this might be a good time to actually take that leap of faith and subscribe to us. And also, for those of you that follow us on a regular basis, all we ever ask for is a like, because we want you to like us. Okay, so thanks you guys. Keep touch. Talk to you soon.